Hi guys, it's Ivan Trades. Today we are on Saturday, this date of November. So we are on the 1st of November on Saturday. So I wanted to make a trade recap on a trade which I took yesterday on NAS 100 or NASDAQ if you trade futures contracts. So I want to go straight into it because I haven't yet journaled it or even walked through the reasons which it might have been a loss in the trade record which you have just finished to see. So let's get straight into it and decipher what happened. Obviously, if you know me, you know that it's just waiting for the target or the invalidation. So you can see I was expecting the price to move from this hourly fair value gap towards this buy side liquidity mainly, but it didn't end up happening. So let me clear this out. So starting from the hourly time frame, you can see that we have I was essentially trying to catch the retracement because the day already made a high right here. So saying that, I dropped down to the 5-minute time frame to see if there was any type of movement which I could capitalize. So since 8:30, you can see that we have been just moving lower and lower. So seeing that, I was anticipating the price to at least tap into the daily the midnight open, considering this to be a retracement to push price back into the highs. But remember that if you trade futures, you can see that. Let's see what NASDAQ was doing. Let me see if I can. Yeah, here it is. NASDAQ opened high on the week, making it to gap up higher. So you can see we were kind of reasonable to expect the price to return into this new week opening gap, or at least tap into the weekly open right here, because we are currently at the all-time high. There was essentially no reason to expect a large range to the downside. Yeah, the reason behind this was that maybe on Monday we can see a tap into this previous week's new week opening gap, but yeah, this area right here is destined to be balanced in the early start of the previous week. So back to our NAS 100. So after seeing that, we dropped into that hourly fair value gap on the NAS 100, which is shown by this low right here. I annotated this low because it is the one which balanced this liquidity void before. So I was expecting a movement from this 9 a.m. low towards at least this high which was created at 8 a.m. specifically 8:30. So dropping down to the 1-minute time frame, because that is where I got my entry. So all I was looking at is how we were reacting compared to other indices, specifically Dow Jones. That is where I got my idea of maybe we were going to push to the upside. The first sign was that we had a sweep of this low right here, this low which was not swept on the Dow Jones, which was an SMT divergence. The second sign is that we left this fair value gap open. Initially I was expecting a retracement into it to continue high, but it became obvious to me that we weren't going to form it right away, indicating strong bullish momentum to push towards the upside. So that is why as soon as the price closed above right here, I got my entry. As the price was very bullish, I was expecting a retracement, but it didn't happen. So I got immediately as this 10:30 candle opened, closed, because it almost closed above this down close candle which was formed at 10:20, which validated it as a bullish order block. So I entered market order above the bullish order block, stop loss a little bit inside of this wicks, which created an SMT divergence, targeting 1 to 2 risk to reward as usual, targeting above the 9:30 and the midnight open. So I want to know the reason why this trade maybe didn't pan out. First of all, we already created, let's go a little bit up the time frame and see together what happened for the price not reaching up there. The first thing that we can expect to be the suspect for the price not reaching all the way up here is that there might be an SMT divergence with either S&P 500 or NAS 500 let's see if this high was taken. Not at all. So what happened here? Let's go to the S&P 500 and see if it actually did retest. No, it didn't. It didn't even retest the midnight open. So the reason might be is that we already created a respectable high of the day, both on S&P 500 as well as the NAS 100. Also, the high of 10 a.m. was never swept on the S&P 500, as you can see right here. It was never swept, but on the US NAS 100 it was swept, meaning that that was a sign for a continuation towards the sell side liquidity. So let's see if it did retest the liquidity void, which it did. So the S&P 500 actually got into that new week opening gap, which is right here between the 1800 and 1400, I think. But also you get the point why I was bullish. It was a retracement trading against the order flow because the respectable high of the day was already put in. Overall, it was a valid loss according to my strategy. I wasn't supposed to be fidgeting with the stop loss or target. As you know, I'm not a fan of trading stops or taking pressures because it just removes the edge away. So that is what ended up happening, and I tend to learn a lot from my losses rather than my winners, because a win is just everything went on as expected. But we could have expected a move towards the new week opening gap and seen this as a retracement, but you just can't see it in hindsight before it happens. You just realize where you went wrong. But for now, this was a perfectly good setup and it failed. That is why we should always use our stop losses on our invalidations, because this move, had I not have my stop loss below here, I would have easily blown my account. So I lost only almost $40 on a trade. Let's go to the history and see. It was on 31st of August, I think. Why isn't my create loading? What the hell? So why ain't it loading at all? So if you want to hang out with me, you can see the trade and the time when it was taken. I think that's it for now. If you want to trade with me or just have an idea of how I see or internalize price action, you can head over to Ivan Trades channel. It's a link in my channel's description, and let's level up together. So I think that is it for now. Overall, this week have been a break-even week, I think, last 7 days. But these it is what it is. So overall, this is all I wanted to talk about, and if you liked this video, or you can give it a thumbs up and like, and follow for more on my Telegram channel, Ivan Trades channel, and I see you in the next one. Thank you.